Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. So today I'm going to be ranking the Championship League home kits for this season. So I think it was 2 days ago or 3 days ago now, I uploaded the League One kit video and you all really liked it, so I decided to do Championship. If you like this one, I did a Premier League as well. But yeah, let's get into the video. Also, we have just hit 450 subscribers, so we're now only 50 away from 500, closing in on that gap. So if you're a Championship follower, then don't forget to subscribe, or if you're from like different areas of the world, welcome to my channel. It would really help me out if you could subscribe. So the worst kit in the Championship for home shirt wise this season, I have put Millwall. Now, I'm not normally a big fan of Millwall's kits. This season I don't really like the way it's been laid out. It's quite plain apart from the bits on the sleeves, and the sponsor I just think doesn't really work with the kits. Second from bottom, I've put Sheffield Wednesday. Now personally, at the beginning of the season I quite like Sheffield Wednesday's kit, but as it's kind of gone on, I don't think it stands out as much as other kits do in the league. I quite like the pattern of it, but I think it doesn't really stand out. And you can't really see the sponsor or stuff in the gold writing. 22nd, I've put Fulham. Now personally, I'm not always a big fan of Fulham's kits, purely because they like to do the same thing every season. This one is very, very plain. It's literally a white shirt with a black sponsor. Only got a bit of red around the back of the collar there. Doesn't really stand out, and I just think it's not a very good kit. 21st, I've put Swansea. Now personally, again with Swansea, I'm not really a big fan of their kits. It's very plain, just like the sponsor, doesn't really go well with the shirt. All I can say is that it's just plain. 20th, I've put Blackburn Rovers. Now the only problems that I have, or the reasons why I don't like Blackburn's kit this season, is because I just don't really like the layout of it, to be honest. Obviously it's blue, then it's white, then it's white, then it's blue. I just feel like they maybe should have done a half and half kit instead of, yeah, and the sponsor, just I don't think it goes very well. 19th, I've put Cardiff City. Now if I'm being honest, I'm definitely not a fan of this kit compared to last season's. Last season's was really nice, I really liked it, whereas this season it just doesn't look very nice, the pattern on it. And yeah, I just don't really like it. 18th, I've put Stoke City. Now kind of the same with Stoke. They always have the same kind of kits, very repetitive, which I think has made me put it very kind of low down. Not really much has changed about it compared to previous kits. 17th, I have got Nottingham Forest, or Notts Forest. At the beginning of the season I was quite a big fan of the kit, but looking at it more closely and kind of looking through like their Instagram and stuff, I don't really like it now, if that makes sense, because there's not really much white on it. Also the sponsor, it's relatable because obviously it's sponsored by Football Index, but I don't think it suits the kit. 16th, I've put Middlesbrough. Now personally, not a big fan of the kit. Yeah, Hummel sponsor it. And obviously, like I've said in my other videos, Hummel make really nice kits, but personally I don't think they've done a very good job with Middlesbrough this season. I don't really like the kind of patterny bit here. There's not really much apart from that on the kit. 15th, I've put Preston North End. Now I kind of like their kit, but I kind of don't. I'm in the middle with it. Obviously Nike sponsor their kits or design their kits. If I'm being honest, I prefer the away kit, but the only problem that I have with their home kit is it's very kind of plain. They've left it quite simple, which sometimes works but sometimes doesn't, and I don't think it's worked very well. 14th, I've put Leeds United. Now the only things I don't like with this kit is It's very plain compared to a few that they've had in the past. I prefer last season's home kit to this season's. They've obviously changed it to have like to suit their anniversary, this season being their anniversary. But I mean, apart from that, it's just white and silver, and I don't think it stands out. 13th, I've put Derby County. Now, personally, I quite like Derby's kit this season in terms of the pattern on the sleeves and that, but I mean, on the front of the shirt, there's not really much there. The sponsor's also quite big on the shirt, so that's tried to make it stand out more, but I mean, apart from that, there's not really much else I like about the kit. 12th, I've put Birmingham City. Now, personally, I'm a fan of this kit purely because there's like a royal blue colour here, then there's like navy blue colour. They've also got yellow on there so it stands out more. The sponsor's not like it's visible, but it's not like other teams have done where it stand out there, which I think is quite subtle and quite a good thing. Sponsored by Adidas, and I think is a very nice kit overall. 11th, I have put Brentford. Now, personally, I quite like Brentford's kit purely because the red and white stripes, it's very bold. It's also got bits of black on there. The only thing that I would like to see on that kit is maybe a bit of yellow, like from the B, obviously. The sponsor goes quite well, and I think Umbro have done quite well this season making Brentford's kit. Moving into the top 10 now, I've put West Brom. Now, personally, I don't think West Brom for me would have been higher than 10th. I think it's, in some aspects, a little bit plain, but I think it's also quite bold. Sponsored by Puma, and you can see there's like patterns on the sleeves of the shirt. Their sponsor goes quite well with it. They've managed to make it part of the shirt instead of it sticking out. 9th, I've put Bristol City. Now, personally, I'm a really big fan of Bristol City's home kit this season. It's very nice, very bold. The sponsor looks quite nice on the shirt. I also love the fact they brought their kind of old retro badge back. I quite like that addition, makes it look a whole lot nicer. 8th, I've put Reading. Now, I quite like Reading's kit this season. The only problems I really have with it is there's not really much red. There's only little bits on the sleeves and that. I quite like their kind of layout of the kit, and I think their sponsor works quite well into the kit. In 7th, I've put Luton. Now, I quite like Luton's kit. Obviously, Puma have sponsored it this season. They might have sponsored it last season as well, I'm not too sure. But I quite like the pattern on the front of the kit. It's very bold. They've used most of the colours on their badge as well. The sponsor works quite well. 6th, I have put Charlton. Now, I really wanted this shirt to kind of come into the top 5 for me, but compared to the other 5 that I've not mentioned yet, I thought that they were better in terms of other aspects, but I really like the design of the kit. Hummel have obviously made it, so you know, it's a Hummel kit, and they've done quite well with Charlton's kit. I also like the Children with Cancer sponsor as well. Very meaningful and very powerful as well to have in a kit. Coming into the top 5, I've put Hull City. Now, I really like Hull's kit this season. The pattern on it is really nice. They've kind of embraced, embraced the badge. So obviously they've put like a tiger print on the top of the kit. That for me makes it really stand out. But unfortunately, I didn't really think it would go higher than the other kits that are yet to be mentioned. 4th, I've put Barnsley. Now, I'm a really big fan of this kit. I quite like the design of it. So obviously it's red up to about here, and then the rest of the sleeve's white. Sponsored by Puma. Also on the front of the shirt, it's got kind of like a brick pattern, which I think is really interesting. And their sponsor works quite well into the shirt. So the 3rd best kit in the championship, I have put Huddersfield Town. Now, personally, I'm in love with their kit this season. They came under a bit of like hate for the beginning of the season. They had Paddy Power originally diagonally across the shirt, but apart from that, I quite like the pattern of it. Very bold. They've also got black on the bits of blue there, which I think works quite well, and I love the kit. 2nd, I have put QPR. Now, personally, the things I like about this kit are, I like the kind of patterns. I also like the gold trimmings as well, that makes it stand out a lot more. And they haven't tried to go like all out on it, they've left it quite simple, but it's really nice and I'd buy that kit. So in my opinion, the best kit in the Championship this season is Wigan Athletic. Now personally, I quite like the design of it. I like the blue, the white and the green, sponsored by Puma. I quite like the sponsor on the front of the shirt as well. So that is the end of today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, trying to hit 500, and I'll see you in the next video.